Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome towards Tornado Podcasting, hosted at one of the Tornado's escape pods, modified especially for this show. My name is Patrick, and I will be your host for today. And I welcome my three guests for tonight. And please let me say this right the first time: Asha Maria, RG, and Brett. We will begin our journey together into the unknown, as this is our first podcast. But the goal itself is to answer the questions, know more, and enjoy the debate. On to the first topic, and that's pretty much the conclusion of the Gorn connection. Gorn connection have seen bittersweet ups and downs from the start and from towards the ending. We're almost at the end, so we can taste it. What are the thoughts so far about this topic? I will start with you, Ash Maria.
Um, it's the mission I joined on, and it was a good mission to be introduced to the tornado with. Everyone seems to have gotten into it, and though I didn't get to fight a Klingon with my character,
Yes.
still
Very. You can still live with the fact that your character is not still, doing her thing. Beating the crap out of Klingon.
That's a racial thing.
Oh,
20 years war with the Klingons, she's got a lot of hatred for them.
Alright. Brett, what is your thought about the mission itself? Because you also have been brought into the storyline at the beginning, I believe. What's your thought?
No, you mean the current mission that we're doing?
Yes, the current.
Or our sim as a whole.
No, the current one we are using.
In addition. Yes. I think it's quite a good addition to the canon that in which we are writing, because there's so much you would see, like things happening in the show or the books that you don't see behind the scenes. There is more socio-economic goings on within, say, like the Klingon Empire or throughout space itself that we don't see in the shows, in the movies, or
Can you explain what you exactly mean by that? What effects do you mean?
I'm liking that we are going up against a rogue house within the Klingon Empire in this mission. It shows that they're not unified even under, I guess, are we assuming Chancellor Martok is still
He's
Chancellor
still
right now?
He's still
I
Chancellor,
really haven't. Cool. But it shows that there is still, that vision in the Empire, and it certainly brings new things to the table. I wasn't really expecting that at first when I first joined the Tornado, but I've come to see that and accept it and see that it's quite a believable plot, and it really it brings people together as well as brings division and drama and conflict.
Yes, it does.
And I'm all about drama conflict.
Yeah. Well, RG, you have seen the drama from the start of this mission because you pretty much get to step up due to the resignment of our previous first officer. You've been a great addition in this mission, I have to admit, towards that, so that's applaud you towards that. But what is your thought about the mission so far and your play in the away team you have been leading?
I feel that the mission was executed very well. The whole plotline to it is very interesting by using the Gorn, which we have only seen in 2 of the Star Trek series. The first appearance being in the original series. I feel like there's a lot of potential development as Tornado progresses for more development of the Gorn. And I'm definitely very interested to see how the Gorn and Klingon relations end up being as a result of what we're going through. As far as the away mission is concerned, I feel like that's been going exceptionally well, and everybody's been participating very well in it. I feel like as a result of the away mission, there's going to be a lot of character development and character relationships going on.
So you think that the results of the away team that has impact on the characters has also impact on the character development that is coming afterwards? Regarding the characters that were on the away team, not so much on the bridge posting actually.
I think there's probably a lot going on the bridge as well, as far as character development and setting things up for the future.
Yeah. Okay. For myself is the character development of the. Of the ship itself, very well tied and very building up towards a memento, so to speak, because I didn't expect the mission to go this way because it was created by my previous first officer, so I had no idea what to expect and what the guideline was for the mission. So I'm pretty proud on the work that was given towards it. That's pretty much it about this topic, but I want to conclude that I'm looking forward towards the ending and involving the new members towards the evolution of the tornado that is coming to follow in this. We're going towards the second part, and that's actually aimed against Brad, and we will start with Maria and Georgie to give their thoughts about Caradan. Archie, what is your thoughts about Caradan in regards of her being on the ship in the first place, but also being part of the crew? Being a changeling is quite difficult for her, but with the history of the Dominion War.
Yes. The character is very interesting. I definitely applaud Brad for the character and doing with. The interesting thing about her is that not only does she have a situation as Odo had of being kind of maybe not the best relations with their people, as far as we're aware, and that has been proving to be very interesting for the character. She has to basically find a home and family of her own within Starfleet and within the ship of Tornado. As far as my thoughts on the character in regards to this mission and the away mission that they're on, I feel like she's proving to be a very valuable asset to have on away missions. So having her as second officer is very interesting, and I feel important to the potential in the future of Tornado. As you know, Data on Next Generation, the second officer, was on a lot of away missions. I kind of feel like she's probably up there as far as valuability in an away team.
Okay, that's a pretty valid opinion. Maria, what is your opinion about our character Caradan? I think you muted yourself.
She brings an unusual element to the table for sure. I muted myself because I cough now and then.
Oh, okay.
She seems to be kind of lost in finding her place in humanity but she's filling in well with the crew. And I'm looking forward to future character development, especially with her and Shay, the
Well, see,
other
seeing that you
shape-changing
are part
characters.
of, seeing that you're the new counselor of the tornado, what is your character's first mission with Caradan?
To ensure that she can function as a productive member of the crew, basically. On top of that, she wants to make sure she has good mental stability and that she can
Okay.
just perform up to par and be happy doing so.
Okay. Different angle. Your character has no problem with the fact that she's a changeling?
She has no
because of the
racial
history.
bias whatsoever. Her people weren't in the Dominion War, and this is her first experience with any shape-changing creature of any sort. So to her, she's as new as a human or a trill.
Okay. I also invited Monoi. I will most likely pronounce it wrongly because I see Ajit laughing. You can speak towards us?
Hello.
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 I'm just going to
It's Manoe. It's Japanese.
Monoi.
But-
I just will call you Leech. Well, welcome to the show. You're the last guest, extra guest in the list of the people that wants to be in here. What is your opinion about Caradan, and how does your character see Caradan in the current situation? Because she is a changeling.
I love Caradan. I love the character. I love the entire concept, and it's something that I've actually played with myself because my character is also a shapeshifter. Not the same kind of shapeshifter, but it's still something that I've had a lot of fun exploring. And I think that Caradan is just a really, really unique character. I really love her.
Okay. Well, Brad, what is your opinion about your own character? No, wait. More likely, what is your plans for Caradan for the future into the tornado? Because I have seen plots creating and character developing. What is your idea for Caradan?
I created her to, I guess, to explore. Explore, I guess, mental and emotional developments of
Okay.
species that I've always had an interest in new species, and every sim I've ever joined has always been something unique, new, and but I always have one underlying issue, and that's always something very traumatic. I read a lot of Howard Lovecraft, so most of my stuff gets pretty, psychotic. But
we can now we can expect Caradan to go psychotic or something.
Something else. I don't think it's going to go that bad. I have under the sim. I have a trill, and we're just going to go quite nuts here in a bit. But as for Caradan on the tornado, there is a plot development I'm working toward now that Reed and I'm on, but he has since departed, so hopefully we can continue with this with Griffin as he's taking an interest in this development that I'm working on. It's going to be quite jaw dropping and I think pretty mind bending when it comes to light. And and I really enjoy working with all of you. writing and including myself in your tales as well as including your tales into mine.
All right.
It's one of the greatest creative experiences I've ever had.
I have to admit that the changeling is a new concept for me also. It's something I never have accepted before, to say it correctly, political correct. But I do see progress in the character itself. So yeah, it's going good. All right, but that also points towards the next point of the topic on this podcasting. What to expect of the current condition of the Klingon Empire? It has been said already in the conclusion of the Gorn connection that there is a high interest in the KDF because of the repercussion this mission will have on the Klingon Empire. But it also has political effects and housing effects, if everyone gets what I mean. What are your thoughts about that? Because it's a really interesting thing to see, actually. Brad, what is your opinion about this?
Really does promote certain aspects of our story, creating new plots and pretty much as stated in Star Trek, to boldly go where no man has gone before, or in other cases, no one has gone before. We are bringing in new plots, new characters, which also adds to a plot and can send plot in wild tangents that we didn't even think of before. So this universe, and we need and greatly enjoy, I think, wild things to happen like this, to see how we respond, to evolve and create our characters in quite believable and natural ways.
Well, the interesting part of the tornado when I proposed the concept towards the BFA is that the ship was more focused on the aspect of the KDF because it was never told in such length, and with a side quest of temporal investigation. I see really blooming effects in the KDF now, in story-wise, because now the actually Gorn invasion that is now actually happening in TF-93 has connection towards the Gorn connection, that mission we just almost finished. As Maria, what is your opinion about the repercussion that will have, of the effects that will have on the KDF when news hits them that the Gorn is being supplied by Rogue House in their territory?
I'm not really sure what the effect would be, but just seeing it unfold. A lot of times governments, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing, and in this case I think we're seeing a very extreme Klingon-esque version of that, where the index finger doesn't know where the middle finger's pointing, and it may end up in a war, but that's what I'm hoping to see.
Well,
if it ends up in a war, or what the socio-economic impact on our little corner of the Klingon Empire turns into.
You just want to see your character in armor again.
Yeah, she's gonna wear that more often.
Well, we're talking about the effects that has in the Klingon Empire itself, but if you look into a different angle, what effects will it have for the Federation? Because they are currently in struggle with the Gorn invading the Federation itself. And now they also have to worry about the Klingons that are crumbling under their own government. Archie, what is your idea about that?
Well, this is going to be a point of change for both the Empire and for the Federation, I believe. When you have the Gorn that are invading both the Klingon Empire space and Federation space, it's going to cause a lot of three-way tension between these political powers in space. And I have to look at it and think, okay, the Federation had a relationship for a while now, but the Federation can't necessarily put all effort. They have to defend their own space. So it might cause some tension between the Empire and the Federation again.
But we also have a different border to consider that TF-93 also has to cover, actually, and that's the Riant corridor. That is a neutral zone between the Klingons and the Romulan Empire. Romulan Empire has already fallen into disarray, to speak it in the right terms. It's not yet in civil war, but it won't go into civil war, I think. Leech, what is your opinion about the effects that will have on the tornado regarding the Klingons' economic law, but also the rogue houses?
I have no idea. I frankly just want to see the Klingons fighting, because probably for far too long the Klingon Empire has just been kind of, I don't know, on the back burner. Just and they're such proud warriors. I really want to see a fight break out. I'm just really looking forward to it, especially in probably because I haven't seen any good Klingon action in a long time.
Are you looking for Klingon action on the Klingon side, or are you expecting from the tornado side as in action?
Well, just the Klingons in general. I mean, not like I want, to throw tornadoes straight into a war, but I'm just saying, in general, in the fleet, I would like to see, some good Klingon action. So. But I'm not opposed to, fighting on the tornado too, because it's like, well, that's where all the fun is. I mean, it really is.
That's true, but it also could go bad for the tornado, and that they are getting more clinged into Federation drama in regards of diplomatic matters. Because if it goes south in the Klingon Empire, it means that the Federation will withdraw every asset it has. Archie, is that a wise idea on that moment, or should the Federation push forward in holding contact? I mean, the Tornado is one of the most experienced vessels at the moment that has a footage in the Klingon Empire.
I think from the standpoint of political relations between the Federation and the Klingon Empire, that the Federation needs to put an effort and show an effort of interest and peace to help the Klingons out. Otherwise, we're going to be in a situation of hostility between the two, and the tornado could be caught in Klingon space during bad times, and that's not going to be good for the tornado.
So you are actually saying to pull back?
I'm saying that the Federation needs to support the Klingon Empire as much as it can.
Okay, that's fair enough. But it also brings me towards the next incident, and that's the Laurel needs some counseling. How is Archie doing as Exo? I just want to hear the opinions. Ash Maria, what is your opinion about your new Exo? You're muted again. You're still muted.
Sorry about that. I'm used
It's
to
okay,
pushing
we
talk
can
with my
hear you.
hands, not even on the mouse. Alright, so young, untested, but full of confidence, seemingly so. We'll see how that pans out in future counseling missions. I think overall, though, he's a good asset to the ship and will be a good stabilizing force.
Okay.
And that's about all I can say right now. Haven't
Well,
had much interaction that I'd like to do right now yet.
so we can expect some counseling of the counselor.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, that sounds fun for RG. Brad, what is your opinion?
Well, let's see.
Oh, he's got a list. He's got a list.
Let's see. Let's see. Well, Oakley showed up as counselor, and I immediately started working on plot developments. I started a few departures, and all of a sudden, that character wasn't counselor anymore. It was she became XO of the ship, and therefore some of the plot developments I had in mind, either a few of them yes, and we worked for other characters, and a few of them just had to change gears. So, but as for the character in general, yes, I've been highly impressed with the character of Lieutenant Oakley, as both counselor and now as XO.
But
being that she is, go ahead.
but do you agree with the development Oakley's at the moment showing as the transition towards chief counselor towards the first officer?
RJ is making that's RJ, right? Writing as
Yeah.
Oakley, yes. Is doing a good and believable transition from one position to the other, and is doing a very impressive job as turning to the position of XO, making good choices. In his writing, he's doing a really good job of being descriptive, passing out orders, his narrative, and just so far everything I've experienced so far has just been top notch and very impressive.
Okay. I'm actually looking forward towards the answer of Leech because her character and Oakley did not set foot in the right direction and is still not doing that. Leech, what is your opinion about the character so far?
Well, I love the character. She's got a lot of dimension, a lot of character. Um, she's completely psychotic to my character, which I am just having a blast with. I really love it. As for the transition from counselor to XO, well, she kind of already had her foot in the door because she was acting XO before the transition was made fully. So character-wise, she already had foot in the door. But RJ and I, we've written on several sims together. He runs several sims. Couldn't ask for a better XO in my opinion. He's really, really the best.
Okay. RG.
For the couch anyway.
Oh.
Love you.
Yeah, love you. RG, how's your character development in your own opinion? Did it go as planned? Did you expect the planning as it goes now? Or do you say that it's had different ways than you expect?
I would say what I had in mind as far as planning the transition from chief counselor to first officer, which obviously to begin with I wasn't expecting to move up to first officer at all.
Surprise.
It was just temporary, but surprise, I'm actually doing first officer with her. And as I have planned it since moving up to the position is going well as far as what I had planned. It's not an easy transition for her. She's doing the best that she can with it, but her situation is very different from everybody else on board because, I mean, they had their 4 years at the academy. She basically is just more educated outside of the academy and just went in as an officer. Just to be, counselor, and has had to move up to first officer. Very interesting things to come up in the near future because on this away mission she's had to take a life, and it was the first time she's had to actually shoot a phaser to kill somebody.
So the counseling offer of House Maria has been accepted by this. And we can expect more from Oakley in regards of interaction towards her standing as a part of a command team, because as captain, I have the idea that she is still in development and learning towards a position she's not used to. Archie.
I got a little bit of that. It kind of broke up a little bit, but yeah, obviously she's not in a position that she's used to. She doesn't have the necessary training that she should have as first officer. It's usually something, obviously, people have like a long career and
Okay.
where they move up kind of position.
Okay. Let's go towards the fun part. Is the next topic that are actually questions from me towards you, to see what your plans are for your characters. From Caradan I know a bit now, actually, but still, there's always a possibility of other opinions. But Leech, we start with you. What's your favorite? This is your first mission, I believe. So, what's your favorite post thus far on the tornado?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good posts. Yeah, I don't know. That one is really tough. I'd almost have to say that the interrogation between my character and RJ's character, because that was really, really intense. But I don't know, there's just a lot of really good stuff. I like a lot of Caradan's posts. They're just really, really emotional, and you really get the sense that, she really is alien to us because she's trying to emote like, humans do. And it's just, she doesn't know how, and just the grasping is just really emotional. I really love it. But any particular post, it's really impossible to pick one. They're all so very good.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Maria, you're quite new towards the tornado, but you have read quite some posts, I presume. So, what's your opinion about what is your favorite post so far?
Oh, goodness. Probably where Lieutenant Oakley punches Shay. Or strikes her. The brig posts were quite interesting.
Yes. Okay, that's the same post I think Peach also made. Why that particular post? What is so special about it?
because it brought out in each character emotions that you wouldn't normally see, and that in each of the writers brought out an element that you would not normally see them write. It pushed them to a limit that I find beautiful and fascinating.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
Fair enough. Brad, your favorite post thus far, but also you can also quote towards a favorite mission, so you're not tied towards one mission.
Let's see. This is only my second mission, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came in the middle of a mission. My favorite post so far, I think, is the JP we just finished, the one entitled Uninvited. I especially took special attention to the part where Lieutenants Brennan and Deloria are separated from the away team. Because I pay special attention to almost everyone's post because I want to see or plot out how I can incorporate myself into their story as well, incorporating them into mine. And I especially, like to pay special attention to posts by RJ and by Leah, because their two characters are the ones that I see my character interacting with the most right now. Though we do have like almost a slew of new people entering, so I'm just working on ways to incorporate them all. But right now, anything with Lieutenant Brennan, I am paying special close attention to for details and also possible plot developments.
All right.
But right now, the Uninvited with them separated, and yeah, that's right. The station's blowing up. There's fire. There's atmospheric depressurization. Fire suppression systems is removing the oxygen, and Lieutenant Brennan goes into a container, I guess,
Yeah,
or
shipping container.
yeah, and because of what she's done, and she thinks she deserves to die alone. And that's kind of almost what's happening. And then all of a sudden, hey, here comes my character to come beam them away and save the day. But still bad things are happening. There's a bunch of drama. There's going to be some reconciliation.
All right.
In the end.
All
But
right.
right now, that was my favorite post.
Okay. RJ, you also have seen quite some bit of the tornado so far. What is your favorite mission / post?
Well, I definitely came in about somewhere in the way of We Will Rock You, so I got a little bit of that, and obviously the current mission I've been pretty heavily involved in. Do you have an abundance of really talented writers, and I've worked with a handful of them, so I definitely can say that there's tons of posts out there that are
If you have to pick.
If I have to pick, I would probably go with the post, I believe it was titled Pain, with Cliff, the chief medical officer, between him and Laurel. And it was very interesting to get more of his character's backstory and what he's been going through.
Okay. That post I remember with the loss of his parents, I believe. It was intense post indeed. What I did notice is that no one liked GPing with me. Damn, I feel left out.
You're the Ice Queen. You're the Ice Queen. I mean,
yes.
It's hard to write with the Ice Queen.
Okay, yeah, okay, I deserve that. Okay. But it does bring me towards the next question for you people. What's your let's start with Brad. What is your favorite plot twist in the current mission?
Favorite plot twist just
what did you expect?
what did I not expect? I didn't expect certain departures. I know that. Hold on, where's my microphone? It is right here. Okay. I didn't expect certain departures. That's going to throw things into a twist, but of course those are not intentional and those cannot be controlled. But the controlled plot twist, I would say the Gorn invasion. And there's something I introduced myself was on that station, that weird power core creation that I had developed, which I've been developing for a book I want to write, and I just reimagined it for this mission on that Klingon station, which you're free to do with as you want now, because I left it open. It could be from the future, it could be from someone else. You can take it or leave it however you want to. The station is going to blow up anyway. But I like the twist, what we're doing, the Gorn invasion. That's going to really throw some monkey wrenches into the works, and going to really create some interesting plot developments. I am actually not too experienced with the Gorn. I know they were very reptilian-like.
Just so the reptilian likes, but okay.
Yeah. I saw only that one episode of the original series, and then that's as far as my knowledge really goes with them. So I'm looking up memory wiki to learn more about the Gorn, to so that my character will, of course, as well know. But yeah, I'm sure this is gonna lead us into some very interesting plot developments, though I haven't really gone that far yet.
All right. Maria, what is your opinion about the? Yeah, what is your opinion about the favorite plot twist thus far in this mission that you did not expect?
I didn't expect to get a message at 2 o'clock in the mornings from Manoe asking me, station's blowing up, there's lots of fire, we're losing atmosphere, how do I survive this? That little bit was unexpected. And the only thing I could think of, hop in a cargo container and seal it up. And they went with that idea. It seemed to actually work. And I can't wait for the next crazy thing that happens.
Well, yeah, I have not expected that also, but okay. Archie, what's your opinion about the best plot twist so far in this mission?
I believe the best plot twist in this movie was basically when we had, a new member join. More particularly, we got Shay, and her curveball throwing things into it was that she was more or less somewhat responsible for what happened to the ship before.
Okay, so that's in your opinion the best plot twist.
Yes, because I hate her.
At
least Laurel hates her, but I love her. But yeah.
Lich, what is your opinion in the best plot twist in this mission?
I actually like it was a personal plot twist. It was Oakley. I did a post with Patch where he had known Oakley from a prior assignment, and basically dropped a little personal tidbit about her that she had been married, that they had been trying to have a family, and that was just like, oh my god, that really blew me away. So that I really like that one. That one was really grabbed me.
Really character development.
Hmm.
Okay.
Like
Fair
I
enough.
didn't expect that.
Fair enough. In my poor opinion, I had the plot twist with the station. I give credits towards Brad for that because I didn't expect the engine to come into it. It was a great plot twist, and I could work with it. Yeah, my compliments towards it. Um, the next topic is the what do you plan? What plans do you have for your character in the tornado itself? Because the next mission will be towards the neutral zone, and actually some character development can be done in that mission heavily. What is your plans, RG?
Okay. Oh, first off, spoilers. As far as what I have plans for plot development, I'm currently writing a joint post with our soon-to-be new Chief Intelligence Officer, Scott Erickson, who was on my away mission. Laurel has just kissed him. So look forward to some drama because of that.
Okay, I didn't expect that.
Wait. I thought Laurel was gay.
Yes, Archie. Explain yourself.
Laurel is not attracted to sex or gender, she's attracted to people. That's why a changeling is also an option.
Oh, Brad, watch out, your ass is on the line. Yes, you do have a chance. Everyone wants a piece of the XO. Okay. Oh God, you got me there. As Maria, what is your plans for your character? I need to go off topic with this.
Mostly to do a lot of counseling sessions, but after finding out how ingrained the Klingons are in the story of the tornado, she's definitely going to take up her martial arts from her people a little more seriously. And you'll see her in her armor a lot more.
So we can expect more character developments with Mira in this case, because Mira is the martial arts experienced person of the chief of security of Tornado.
Indeed. You gotta have a sparring partner to work out.
Okay, I think Glenn will look forward towards that. Brad, what is your plan with your character? What can we expect? Is she going to kiss someone also?
As for pursuing any relationships with anyone on the ship, I don't have any definite plans yet. But of course, my character is going to seek friendship, and of course, seek to understand what it means to be humanoid. She's seeking to understand some feeling, and some of because some things she doesn't understand if it's love or if it's hate or if it's a little bit of both. She doesn't understand what exactly is going on all the time. As for spoilers, I got two major spoilers that are going to be. One is definitely going to be released here pretty soon. The other one may take a while. It's all in if people ask the right questions. I do drop hints for people to hopefully pick up on, and some hints I've dropped, people have not specifically seen these yet or ask after these, so I may get a little more adventurous with the hints that I dropped. Since we had a picture, like aforementioned Reed through Time Fates, but hopefully we can continue what he was working on, doing kind of like an investigation into my character and her time at the academy to find out some of the gaps in some of her reports and some of the statements that have come out of people from the academy. Since Catherine Rhodes has now departed, maybe Scott Erickson or the other character Kalis Griffin, who also wants a piece of this plot development of mine. Maybe them two together can uncover both of these these jaw-dropping plot twists I have in mind, if not just one of them.
Okay.
But yeah, they're definitely going to be quite mind-bending.
All right.
What I have in mind.
All right. We're looking forward to that. Lish, what plot twisting character development do you have for us, for your character, if you want to reveal it?
I actually don't have a whole lot planned. I kind of like to play things by ear. One detail I would like to, see happen is eventually Shay's daughter, Aoife, will be brought on. Have any plans? I would like to see her come to terms with her past. But yeah, nothing really major planned.
Okay. Yeah, I should be clean also with this. The character development I'm expecting for Ryuko in the next mission will be very big, very impacting. It will most likely involve our counselor. In certain sessions, and I'm not sure if I'm referring towards our current counselor or our ex-counselor. She is also slightly opening up towards Shaya. Don't know why yet, but that's how Yuriko is, and she kind of likes the character of Shaya to be mysterious and such. That's pretty much the plans I have. We're coming towards the last topic, and that's the writing Mania. It's a thing that I used in previous podcasting. It's about seeking the own opinions that people have about certain topics in character development and ship development and larger story development. And this topic is the I Like You topic, and that's basically about romance. How do people look towards the development of relationships, about the development of romantics in certain situations? We have to keep in mind that the tornado is one of its unique kinds in the RPG community that has gay characters, that has lesbian characters, that has bi characters, that has pansexual characters, in such curious way to be developed that I'm even looking forward towards how it continues to develop. Brad, what is your opinion about that?
My opinion about that is, I'm really liking the diversity of species and writing styles that we are introducing into this sim. As for exploring the continuation of my character, basically she doesn't understand much of what she sees on the ship. And changelings like in DS9, Odo just had to kind of observe what was going on to even begin to understand relationships people had, emotions people felt. So, as for this, as for your question, I have a definite answer. It's just I'm just going to keep exploring and see where my I created my character, and now it just evolves, and it's almost like I have no control over it. It's just things just come naturally to me, and I write, and then it just seems amazing to me, and
Yeah,
just want to expand on that.
yeah, you do mention Odo in this particular case. Odo did explore the possibilities of romance, and one of those were at the ending, Kira. Uh, is that the same pattern you want to follow with your character?
Yeah, but I'm not sure in what direction this is gonna take me yet. So, it's still up in the air. It's like and as we bring on more characters, this is kind of like a 20-sided coin. So, flip it and see what side it lands on. So, and this is. It's like, for me right now, it's a big gamble, and I don't really know where this is gonna take me. But I guarantee it's gonna be impressive.
Okay. Leech, what is your opinion about the topic? How do you look towards it?
Well, on the one hand, these characters are in a sense people who who are going to evolve and develop in their own different ways, and romance is just one of the many factors that goes into character development. But I think on a sim like this, you kind of have to be careful, because some people, if it doesn't add to the character, kind of what's the point of, exploring, some writers get into this whole thing with romance, and it doesn't add anything to the character. It doesn't add anything to the sim. They're doing it, maybe even writing something naughty. And I just think that whenever it comes to Sims, you kind of have to be careful about it and not just become a love boat. But it's an unavoidable thing as your character develops. If they fall in love, I mean, you have to really explore that, and it can be a lot of fun to explore that. At the moment, I don't have any plans with my character, but I love exploring relationships. It's a lot of fun, and it's a really really dynamic way to interact with other writers.
Okay. Thank you. Ashmaria, what is your opinion about the whole topic? How do you look towards that? Mute. Good.
Having so much diversity around the ship, and then there's Janny sitting there asexual. It's like putting a snail in a room full of sexual beings. It's a new and exciting experience, unfolding in possibilities every time someone comes to her and says, "Hey, what should I do about this relationship?" or something for a counseling session, or it just. This is the first time I've played an asexual character as well, so.
Okay. Well,
playing dumb about it is not new, but intentionally being dumb about it is a new experience, and she's taken on a life that I look forward to exploring.
well, it's a new experience, and I do hope that we are not getting slimy in the end for you. Archie, what is your experience about this? Because your character has shoved towards many directions in your sexual interest. What is your opinion? Because what can we expect? Will she be gay tomorrow and tomorrow is straight again?
Let's say she's more romantically and sexually fluid and open to everything. Her deceased wife was actually the first woman she was ever with. That's still like a recent death for her, so as far as relationships go, I want it to be more of a natural paced thing, so I wouldn't expect anything to overnight or anything along those lines. It will probably be something that I will write out for a few months, possibly a year or so, until I actually get her into a fully established relationship.
Okay, but considering the bigger picture of the tornado itself, um, what do you like it how it is going right now, or do you say this is not something I was expecting?
I feel like Tornado really good. I've been in a lot of places and have run a lot of places that had like a lot of characters that were, gay, bi, straight, anything. I'm very open to that, and I feel like we have a very diverse characters as far as that aspect of things, and just species-wise. So you can have some very interesting species in a relationship that we haven't seen before.
Okay, yes, I do like the diversity also, like I said before. And in case of Ryuko is my first character that is bisexual. And I also had played lesbian characters, and straight, of course. I guess we are we're coming towards our end of the podcast itself. We can still let the community ask questions towards us. If there are questions, you can next towards the bottom of live. There's a Q&A button. Click on it, and you can ask your question, or you can put it also in IRC. If after a few minutes there's nothing, I'm going to close the podcasting. I will, while we are waiting, I want to thank the guest for being part of the podcast itself. It's, in my opinion, a good start of the Tornado podcasting. I've heard many opinions, many diversity, and a bit of debate here and there, mostly about RG's character. Yes, about
I
your
didn't blow up a ship.
Yeah.
Shut up!
But
You didn't mean to.
yeah, but I do thank you all for being present towards this podcast. I do. Yes, there's ours. I don't see any questions popping up here or there in Q&A or on IRC. Do you guys have any questions that you are so eager to ask?
Yes, I have a question for Az and her character.
Okay.
Okay, RG, ask away.
After she goes through like any necessary training and physical training to ready herself for involvement with the Klingons, because I know she's eager for it. How do you feel she will handle herself on an away team if she's assigned to one?
Basically, as her military training in her younger years would have geared her for, follow orders, defend the team, take out any enemy combatants as quickly as possible. One thing she's probably not going to be good at is flexibility. She'll be very rigid about it. And flexibility is something you really need as a counselor, but at that point she'd be in soldier mode.
Okay, so feelings aside, actually. Just go straight for the enemy and maybe you will slash someone who died trying.
Exactly.
That's the spirit. Archie, that also means that we are looking for new counselors soon enough. Anyone has other questions? I believe Brad had a question.
It was a question. It was more as a statement, but I already forgotten what I was going to say.
That's a very good statement. I'm ready.
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say.
By that, I want to close off the podcasting. I want to thank everyone that is viewing this podcasting. I will leave a link behind as a questionnaire how this podcasting is towards your liking, if it's better, if any suggestions and improvements can be done. That can be done in that questionnaire. But for now, thank you. Have a good day, and yeah, well, goodbye.